admin meeting for Thursday, September 21st. Annie, would you mind doing a roll call for us?
Sure. I have myself, Annie Cathy, Jackson Lee, Kyla Lennox, Melissa Fisher, and MCAT online. It looks like we have Commissioners Slotnick, Strohmeyer, and Vero, and Ann Hughes, Allison France, Emmy Bristow, Carrie Powers, Dylan Jacks, Chris Lounsbury, Sarah Bell, and did I miss anybody in 206? I think I got everybody. Thank you.
Well, before we dive in, does anybody have any public comment not on the agenda? Okay, we'll move to the consent agenda. Is there anything on this consent agenda anyone would like to pull out and talk about?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second. Any public comment at all on this consent agenda? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye, sorry.
Great. All right, our first one comes from, oh, look at all these Sarah Bells. This is a Sarah Bell show.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, so this is fairly routine, but it's I'm here to present the contracts for fiscal year 2024 substance abuse prevention mill levy funding. And just as a reminder, the mill levy was passed in 2008 for a set dollar amount of $368,920 to support prevention programs that serve Missoula County, to build healthy youth and families, and to help reduce the consequences and costs of substance abuse. So we've already presented these agencies to you as we've gone through the competitive application process, and then the review committee suggested these dollar amounts based on the applications that were presented. So they've all put together their final budgets and work plans, and we're here to the contract period. So once these contracts are signed, then we can start administering the funds for fiscal year 2024. So there's 5 on the agenda today. We do have one more that will be at a different meeting. We're still wrapping up some final details on that. But do you want me to go through them each, and you can make one motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can take them all.
So the first is for the Boys and Girls Emotional Wellness Program. Missoula County has long supported their work. This year they asked for an additional amount of funding, which the review committee was happy to approve that amount. So they're getting $20,000, and they serve 8 different locations throughout Missoula County. So they have a new location in Frenchtown, which is great. So we're getting them out a bit further. They also serve Bonner, Lolo, and DeSmet, and then different clubs throughout Missoula County. So they have services all throughout the year, not just during the school year. They have summer camps. And so these funds support is kind of broken up. So the different positions, there's the 8 after-school directors, the chief operating officer, and then the director of programming. So it's partial funding for all of those positions. The second item is for All Nations Health Center in the amount of $81,151. This is quite an increase from the funding they received last year. They wanted to kind of help fill the gap from the flagship program dissolving. And so they asked for funding for an additional full-time substance abuse prevention specialist. And then they also have already a half-time prevention specialist. So they're hoping to be able to grow their programming to help fill that need in the community. And then they also do support specifically the American Indian Alaska Native youth with culturally specific prevention methods as well. The third item is $15,000 for Empower Montana, and they serve mostly high school age, some junior high. It's an after-school youth leadership pathways, which is kind of a youth mentoring program that focuses on social emotional learning. They've also been a long-term recipient of these funds. And then the fourth item is Mountain Home Montana, and the amount of $14,624. And this just kind of goes to support their overall programming of the substance-free in-house programming that they offer. It's a 2-generational approach. So they're helping moms who may be pregnant or just have young children that live in their homes stay substance free and get their feet back under them, and then reacclimate into the community when they're ready. So the funds support a portion of the community center manager's position who oversees that programming. And then the last on the item is a new grant recipient, Friends of the Children. They provide mentoring to high-risk kids for up to 12 years, and it's one-on-one mentoring, and they're really passionate about keeping the mentor with the child as the child grows, high-risk kids. And so the mentors work directly with the children, but they also get to know the family and help integrate into the child's life in all areas. And so the $15,000 will partially fund 2 friends that work here in Missoula County.
Good job remembering.
And then a large portion of this program funding also goes to our health department to support Leah Fitch Brody's position and Anna Simple. So Leah coordinates the Healthy Missoula Youth Coalition. So it's a monthly meeting where all of these grantees come together and discuss the programming so there's not overlap and duplicative service. And so she does a great job with that. She also does broad substance use prevention throughout the county, throughout the school system, and with different community groups. So she does a great job. Anna's position is more geared towards the 0 to 5 age group and supporting families with needs that they might have. And then the additional contract still to come is with Western Montana Mental Health Center. We're just wrapping up some details with the contract. So.
It's wonderful we can be affiliated with all these agencies and the good work they do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Sarah, did you say this? Was this a voter approved mill levy at some point?
2008.
2008. Thank you.
No.
And the amount, has the amount changed since 2008?
No, it has not. This mill levy does not increase like most mill levies. This was a set dollar amount. I did learn from someone who helped write the language from that they created it as a set dollar amount because they thought the voters would be more favorable of it if it was a set dollar amount. So that's why it was written that way. So that was interesting to know. So
And has the need remained a set dollar amount?
no one. It hasn't.
You never know whether the voters would have approved it
Right.
if it had not been a set.
Yeah. So, do you have anything to add from, Juan was on the review committee.
So just like Josh was saying, it's really fantastic that the county can be part of this really important work that's being done, and messy and difficult.
Yeah.
And this funding is so important, but it's not enough.
And I guess to add to that, not all agencies who applied received funding. So the review committee had to make the hard decision of how to allocate the funds in the most effective way.
Thank you, Sarah. And committee, I move that we approve items 1 through 5.
Second.
Any public comment on any of this? Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful we can do these things. We have some correspondence.
It's me. Another letter to Secretary Pete about supporting the Reconnecting East Missoula Highway 200 project, which would build out non-motorized trails, facilities, and then reconstruct a portion of Highway 200 that runs through East Missoula to provide a safer, more characteristic Main Street through the community.
Such a great project, and this project would be the result of the Highway 200 corridor plan that had mountains of public engagement in it. Be a great thing for that whole part of our community if we can make this happen. Sweet.
MDT's kicking in $5 million.
Oh, and in match, which is they're really being supportive.
Yeah, and we would have a $500 match.
We did.
Okay.
We asked for a thank you note.
Okay.
Yes.
Process.
Shane has been out, but I will connect with him. Planning to.
Thank you note.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. At some point, we got to get Secretary Pete out here.
Yes, we do.
Thanks for doing this.
Coming on strong with him lately.
I know. Okay, I think with that, we're all done. Thanks for walking upstairs, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah's